Robin.
We are back, and Levi Johnston has just come into the studio. How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good, good. Do you like or hate morning press?
It's all right.
Let's make sure we got you up here. Okay, when'd you get into New York?
What am I doing here?
No, when'd you get in?
Oh, I got in on Sunday.
How long you staying?
Till tomorrow.
Okay.
Yep.
I was telling you, we met very briefly in the hallway, and it's weird. We get a book usually the night before, so we don't have time to really read it, but I got this a few days ago. And I guess I got 200 pages in, like, actually really reading it. And the last 90 I perused and just picked up notes. It's fucking great.
Yeah, thank you.
Your book is really good.
Well, it's also like, and I was telling you this before, it's almost, for a lot of people, this is like the dream book because everybody at some point has wanted to write a book about their ex-girlfriend's family and how they were treated. Like,
there is no guy.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. It's like, but nobody would have interest in reading it, but yours happens to be the Palin, so people do want to read that.
Care.
Right. Like, I would love to trash every family of every fucking ex-girlfriend I have who hated me. How long into it? And you really, she's not going to be happy with this.
Probably not. No.
No.
What would you say about stuff you said in the past and in interviews? Are they comfortable with you revealing stuff, or are they hate that?
I'm sure they don't like it, but the book is the truth, and I'm glad it's done. I think we did a good thing with it.
Do you feel you've been treated? I have a bunch of questions written down. One thing I want to say that I like.
You don't need to announce that you have a bunch of questions written down.
But I have to, because I'm a stand-up, so as a comic, you have to be honest
Address
with people.
Everything.
You have to. So if I'm ever in front of an audience and I'm trying a new joke and I actually have a fucking piece of paper, I'll go, look, I'm just going to read this, and I'll tell them. I can't lie. Is that noise going to stop?
No. Yeah, it's not.
So in the opening of the book, you talk about this birthday party you're going to in Vegas with your manager, and you said, he and I had both gotten another 15 minutes of fame. And I kind of like that you said, like, how do you see your fame or notoriety? Do you see it as something that's going to be fleeting or something that's going to stick around for a while?
I'm sure I'm sure it's gotten into it, but when that happens, I have no idea. I mean, things keep coming, and I'm getting more calls now than I ever have, so it's going good.
What are they calling you for? Is it for acting work, or? It's
reality shows to commercials to music videos, everything. And it's. I've got a lot of stuff too that from pornos to everything. I mean, everything's out there.
Well, it's funny. Like, do you resent when they're calling you because they want you to do things that are going to make Sarah Palin look bad, or has it gotten to a point where they kind of just like you just being yourself?
It's getting more to that point. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is still they want dirt on the Palins and they want all that. But it's after this book, that's a direction I don't want to go anymore. So we're going to start picking what I do, a little differently. Do
you regret doing Playgirl?
No. That's something I chose to do. I was young, and I learned a lot from it, and it was a hell of an experience.
$50,000. I mean, how do you say no? Yeah. And you didn't do Full Frontal. No. I'm not saying that in a disappointed fashion. I think it came out really bad.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, come on, why?
What about the fans?
Did they want you to do Full Frontal and you said no, or did they not want to do it?
No, they definitely wanted me to do it, but I promised Mom I wouldn't do it, and that's not something I wanted to do.
Oh, okay. And this is what I was amazed. I read this. You got offered. You took $50,000 to do that, but you did show some restraint. Could you tell people what they offered you $300,000 to do?
Who's this, Playgirl?
No. The videos you got offered to make, the 3 videos. Or was it $100,000 for 3? It was I'm sorry, $100,000 for 3 masturbation scenes.
Jesus Christ.
I heard one that I had the masturbate in front of the cameras and a couple other things like that, and then do a porno with the Sarah Palin lookalike. I got a lot of stuff like that.
Well, there is a porno with her.
Yeah. Nailin' Palin, I think is what it's
called. Oh, yeah.
He's seen it.
Have you seen it?
No, I'm talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, I do my research.
Would that creep you out to do that?
Oh, no, that's no, not going to happen.
You wouldn't do that even for the right,
No.
I guess that's taking it a little bit too far.
That's crossing the line, yeah. I don't think my family would ever forgive me for that one.
Oh, it's family. Okay. Do you find it hard, like when people are talking to you, and I mean in real life, not in an interview, to judge what their motives are? Like, is it hard to figure out if they really like you and are getting to know you, or if they're only trying to get you to say something that they can run out and blog or run out and talk about?
Definitely. I mean, even it goes as far as my friends. I've lost a bunch of them. You don't know who you can trust anymore, and you know, everything you do is like under a microscope and everybody's watching you, you know?
Yeah.
It's tough.
What point did you realize, too, because this, like, you're a regular dude, and I'm reading this book, and you grew up in Alaska, you like to hunt and fish and just do things that regular dudes there do. You hook up with a girl, her mom was, the mayor, I think, when you met?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Which is, you know, it's a small town she's a mayor in, and then a couple of years later, she's almost the president of the United States. What was the first thing that happened that you realized, like, fuck, everything I say now matters?
Well, she started, you know, mayor to governor. That was a pretty big deal in Alaska. And then, you know, when I got thrown on that private jet all the way down to the RNC, you know, that's when it really started hitting me. You know. Now
that was when it was going to be announced that she was McCain's running mate.
Yep. Well, she had already announced it. Yeah. Now we're going down for the speeches and all the good stuff. And
oh yeah, you said you pulled over like 3 times to puke.
I did. Yeah. on the way to Anchorage, on the way to the airport. Yeah, I was nervous, dude. I was like, no, this is not happening.
And Bristol was pregnant by this point.
Yeah. No, she was definitely pregnant.
Did you say that you think she did that to kind of get to upset Sarah or to match Sarah?
It was more of jealousy. I mean, we had talked about it, and you know, she'd always wanted a kid, and Sarah just actually, you know, she had trig, and that really what sparked Bristol to get going on it. And I was dumb enough just to roll with it.
So you were dating for a while, and I know I don't wear bags either. I hate wearing them, yeah. Especially in a relationship. There's nothing worse. And were you just kind of going on in faith that she was taking birth control and like?
Oh yeah, I was just kind of go. You know, if it happens, it happens.
Not thinking at all.
Not thinking
just
at all.
Like whatever.
Yeah, at 17, who's thinking, right?
Right.
Yeah, I guess
it's not going to happen to me.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't. You actually were like, I hope she's taking it, but if she's not, oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to get mine.
But I would freak out about that, and I'm 43. I mean, I know I look younger. I appreciate that, but I mean, I'm 43, and it's like it still terrifies me to knock a girl up. But you know, here you are at 18, you got a girl pregnant, or 17, and you fucking handle it like, oh, I just got to get a job.
Yeah. Well, we were dating for a long time. We were in love, and you know, that was always the plan. It just happened earlier than we thought.
But that's also because Levi is a man. Like, he hunts, he does outdoors. That you, on the other hand,
true.
Me, we would handle it differently because we're not men.
Yeah,
we're weasels.
I wore cologne into a radio interview because we have a porn girl, and I really am a fool.
Exactly.
Do you think you've been kind of vilified in the press? And reading this was really interesting to me. The book is called "Deer in the Headlights: My Life in Sarah Palin's Crosshairs." And I like the fact that you're not shying away from talking about her. Like, a lot of people will talk about somebody, but then act like, well, that's not why I wrote the book. But this is why you wrote the book, was to kind of set the record straight with your relationship with that family or what happened.
Definitely, it was. You know, I wrote it to get my side of the story out there. You know, everybody was sitting there talking about me as far as Palin's, the press, and you know, everybody who doesn't know me is hating on me. So, you know, that was a way to get my side of the story out there and the truth.
What was? Do you feel you've been treated unfairly by the press? Have they been too rough on you?
Oh, you know, definitely. I mean, they don't know who I am. They just, you know, come up with stories and lies, you know, just to make them $1. So, you know, that's you know, the biggest reason I wrote this thing.
What was the first thing you can remember seeing about yourself or about your family that was just completely untrue?
Well, I tell you, about the only two that really bothered me was I was a bad father, and then you know, one came out about my mother, how she was a druggie, and a bunch of stuff like that. You know, they can sit there and say what they want about me all day long, but you know, when you start getting into my son and my family, you know, that's when you're crossing the line, because they don't know me and they don't know us.
Your mom, I know, you talk about your mom, and she had gotten arrested. She made a bad decision. You know, she had sold, I guess, OxyContin or whatever. And I thought did she really get like 3 years? I thought that was a pretty harsh sentence for something that was kind of. Yeah, she's obviously not a drug pusher.
No, she wasn't in jail for 3 years, you know, and I don't know the whole details of that, you know, so I'm not going to get into it. But you know, she had to do some jail time, then she's on probation. But you know, she's handling it well.
Do you think that there was more of a target on her because she's your mom and because of the whole connection?
Oh yeah, I mean, there's definitely much bigger fish out there. You know, she apparently sold a couple pills to some kid one time, got caught, and you know, she got in a lot of trouble. I mean, I feel like they definitely had it in for us.
Do you think the people who had it in for you were pro-Palin and pissed off at you, or anti-Palin and wanting to embarrass her family?
No, I definitely pro-Palin. You know.
Oh, okay.
You know, everybody who pretty dislikes Palin seems to love me, and I don't think they'd want to hurt me like that.
It really is an odd effect she's had on the country. Like, I think the media has made her bigger because they attack her so much that they force people who would normally just be like, she's whatever, to rally around her. It's been an odd.
Well, you have to have an opinion. Like, they won't allow anybody to be like, whatever. Like, you either have to hate this woman, or if you don't hate her, then the people who hate her say, well, then you love her. But if you don't love her, then, you know, I'm just repeating myself.
Yeah, no, but you're right. I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I would not vote for her. She's way too conservative. It's funny. I was reading, you said something about, you had some fucking good digs in this book, man. This is really, I was reading, there's a few I was like, oh, that was ballsy to put in print. Do you think she'd be a good president?
Oh, no, I don't. You know, she's, you know, I think a lot of Americans are just voting for her for her looks, you know, and, you know, she was governor of a small town, you know, and to be honest, I don't think she's overqualified to run this country.
The media has, and again, you can never completely trust the press because they're motivated their own way, but they've painted her as kind of an idiot. I mean, that's, you know, whether it was the Katie Couric interview where they harp on mistakes she's made. How unfair have they been? I'm going to ask you a two-part question. Have they been really unfair to her? And what have they gotten right?
You know, as far as her messing up in small interviews like that, you know, that's just her not coming into it, you know, with her head on right. I mean, she is an intelligent woman, with a lot of things, and she's achieved a lot of stuff that many women won't. So, you know, to that point, you really got to give her some kind of credit. But you know, a lot of things in her book and Bristol's book, you know, there are a lot of flat out lies she's told.
What did she say about you? Because I was reading that you said that what can you do, match her lie for lie or something. What was something Bristol said that really bothered you, or that you felt was just to cover the family's angle, and she didn't care about hurting you?
Well, this was we got back together a second time, we got engaged and whatnot, and this was actually, you know, I went and apologized to the Palins, you know, Sarah and Todd, you know, in person, and then apparently that wasn't good enough, so we had to send out an apology letter, and she had her lawyer write something up, and they actually sent it off to People magazine without me knowing about it, saying it was from me, you know, and you know, that wasn't right. And you know, she's recently comes out and says she's gonna find a new father for Tripp, and you know, it's all, she says a lot of horrible stuff.
After dealing with lawyers here, can you imagine having to deal with lawyers when you're trying to, it's your personal life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is that, how often do lawyers and things like that enter into your personal life?
Quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they were coming after him, like, with the stuff about, but you know, it was all being funded probably by her mom. And here you are, you know, you're again a working guy. I mean, you're making decent money, but to have to pay lawyers in a family court, I guess, are you done with that legal process or no? No,
the legal process is still much and running. Yeah. I mean, we haven't went to court yet, and you know, I am going to fight for 50-50, and but that's you know, that's coming up.
And it's hard because everything they say you have to answer, whether it's true or not true. And they, you know, and a family that has a lot more money than you do can probably afford to just keep coming at you with. Well, I think you said in the book that they just keep coming at you. Someone said they're going to keep coming at you just until you're broke.
That's probably true.
And then hope to get you to sign something over.
Yeah, that's probably true, but that's never going to happen.
How do you address the bad father rap? Because I've heard that before, but obviously there's two sides to every...
that's something that you kind of really got to, you know, I've learned to brush off my shoulders. You know, the people who are saying that have nothing better to do with their life, and you know, they clearly don't know me, and you know, they really don't even know Bristol. So they're you know, they're just kind of running their mouth.
Yeah, they're just, because they hear one thing, they pick it up and they run with it.
Well, they're just, or they just made it up clearly. You know, they don't see me with my son. They don't see anything.
Well, didn't you say too that there were times where you wanted to see your son and spend time with your son, but after a while it was like the baby was just with the Palins, and then you would go there, and instead of spending time alone with him, they would just be kind of sitting on the couch staring at you while you had time with your son.
Yeah, that was you know, when he was first born. Within the couple months, you know, first couple months he was born, I'd go over there, and it was like I was just there, all watching me, you know, like a damn hawk. But you know, now it's, you know, I see him without them around. So you know, but that what you're referring to is, that was kind of weird.
And there's I tell you, I actually wrote this thing down. I just wrote the word. You have her painted as pretty phony in the book, and I guess everyone's public perception is different than they are at home to a little bit. I mean, you have to be, I guess, in politics. But I put a few things that you wrote, which I thought were amazing that you wrote these down. Like, anybody who wants to read a book that is brutally honest from a point of view, you don't pull any fucking punches in this at all.
And the book is called Deer in the Headlights: My Life in Sarah Palin's Crosshairs. It's out on Amazon.
Are you doing signings or no?
Yeah, I did a signing in Jersey.
Probably bookends, right?
Yep.
Yeah, in Ridgewood. And what are you doing in New York signing-wise?
I don't think I have a signing in New York here. No.
Do you have anything coming up signing-wise?
I have one in Anchorage on the 29th at Barnes & Noble.
Okay, well, we're on everywhere in the U.S. and Canada. Are we on in Alaska as well?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Anchorage, the 25th at Barnum. I'm sure you
29th.
29th, sorry. Yeah. I'm sure the people come see you. There's some amazing, unflattering lines. You said something about her wanting to bring up your kid, and you wrote, it was ironic that Sarah offered to be a mother to another child, considering that she basically ignored the one she already had.
Are you talking about when she tried to adopt mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was something that, it pissed Bristol off, and then she gave the phone to me, and I just went off on her. I mean, that's, she's clearly doing that just to cover up, Bristol's whole pregnancy.
Now, do you, you said she ignored the one she had. You paint the household as kind of, cold and distant. It was, and you said like the house you grew up in was kind of much warmer and a different vibe than they had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Sarah was always gone. Granted, she worked a lot, but even when she was there, she was on her BlackBerry on the couch or in her bedroom. I mean, Sarah was definitely more the mother to Trig than she was, or Bristol was. Bristol was.
Did they have? Did really the husband? Did Todd really sleep in the living room while she stays in her room most of the
time? Todd's bed was the black recliner, in the middle of the living room.
And then she's up in.
She was in her bedroom, yeah.
And he sleeps in the. That's weird.
That is weird.
That'd be a very weird arrangement in the White House. Yeah, kind of creepy. And it's funny that you said some good things about Obama too. You seem like more of an Obama guy. If you had to choose between the two, you seem like more of an Obama guy.
Oh yeah, I'll probably, I'll definitely vote for Obama. Yeah.
Oh, it's not good.
Wow.
It's not good when somebody who really knows you well will vote for the other guy.
Because if you knew somebody that was running for president, you would just vote for them because you knew them.
Yeah. I would just vote for them because then I'd have pictures with them and I could say there's me and the president.
Right.
But it's there's no media spin that puts any of like your feelings about her have nothing to do with the media. It's all from your personal experience.
Right. Yeah.
And you say here, Sarah comes off as religious, but you're saying you never saw them say grace, and you don't think they prayed a lot. And there was one great line after she got the nomination. She told the world that being chosen was God's plan. It would be the first time I had ever heard her mention the fella.
Yeah, I really haven't. She went to church on Christmas Eve, and that was about it.
So this whole thing with her being like religious and this kind of spiritual thing, and that being part of the religious right is not.
No, that's all part of the show because that wasn't going on at the house.
There was not a lot of God talk or.
No, I mean she had a cross or two in the house, and they went to church on Christmas Eve. But that was it.
She really has a tanning bed in the house. I don't think that's bad. I mean,
she did in Juneau at the governor's mansion. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that actually.
The governor's mansion.
Yeah,
there's a tanning bed.
Maybe that is a little bit creepy, but and her complaining with the baby. She wrote, I'm sorry. We watched her on the stump with Trig, her accessory. It made my stomach turn to see him displayed like a designer bag, then passed off to a nanny.
Mm-hmm. Wow,
that's a harsh line.
It is. It is.
And I'm not saying you're wrong for writing it, but can you elaborate on that a little bit?
You know what? Just, back home, she, like I said, she's always in her room. She's paying no attention to it, whether it's Bristol or Piper or Todd playing with Trig. She rarely would ever do it. And even at the GOB, I mean, she, everybody would be playing with him, and once it was time to walk out on stage, here, boom, she'd have him in his arm, and then when we got off, hand him right off to Willow. It was pretty clear to me that she was kind of using him as, that's the best way I could, kind of describe it.
Yeah, because you didn't just say, like, she didn't hold him a lot. There was the wording I thought was fucking really, was great, was stomach turning, and you see him use like a designer bag. That's a definite statement about you really don't like this woman.
It's not that, I don't hate her by no means, but, I'm definitely not fond of her.
Do you think your relationship is ruined? Because you do have a child with Bristol. I mean, you're going to be tied in for at least 18 years, if not more. Is your relationship, do you think, ruined, or is it possible to salvage it, or after this, do you think it's going to be a rough one?
Oh, no, I'm sure it's going to be a rough ride, and it's over.
Do you regret it at all, or no?
No, I don't. I'm glad my side of the story's out there, and then, the truth.
Yeah, it must be frustrating when you hear yourself being spoken about and by somebody who has the entire media at their disposal. And I mean, it's bad enough being trashed on Twitter.
Yeah, it would have been a rough ride for him regardless, because if he hadn't come out with the book, he would have just had to sit there knowing everybody just believed the Palin story, and he still has to put up with the family.
Everybody hates me and thinks I'm a bad father.
Right.
That's something I didn't want to live with.
Well, here's another fucking gem. I'm telling you, and I'm not being polite, I fucking loved this book. I never ripped through 200 pages in 2 days. I could not stop reading this. It said, you say that when she was speaking, people were baffled by her run-on sentences whenever she talked off the cuff. And you write, that's what happened when she began a sentence and then lied halfway through it. Oh, dude. Is that what tend to happen? She would just kind of start off and
Oh, she was good at it.
Make it up as she went.
She was good. I mean, a lot of people bought it.
And the reason, by the way, I'm taking such joy in this is I really don't have much of an opinion on Sarah. I really don't. I don't have a political agenda. I love the fact that somebody is writing just really brutally honest things from their point of view. Like, it's nice to see that you're not fucking stepping around any of it.
And she's not getting attacked for, like, politics or something. Like you're saying, I spent time with this person. I know her as a human being. This is my character evaluation. You don't hear that about politicians ever.
No,
because nobody gets as close, and nobody can be like, this is the truth. It's honesty in politics, for once.
There's nothing worse, by the way, than when you're a politician, and you say something in the book which I think is interesting too, about how you were keeping a mental, like, while they were saying stuff about you, you had all the stuff that you had seen and the conversations you had heard. And did you realize at one point that you were kind of stockpiling that stuff, like, as ammunition in case? Was there a point where you realized you might need it?
Not until I wrote the book. I mean, it all started coming back to me. But, they said a lot of nasty things about me. And, I mean, Sarah Palin's a lot older than I. And, for her to come attack a, 18, 19, 20-year-old kid is it seems pretty immature to me. But, I'm glad I paid attention. I'm glad I had some ammo to come back at her, because she said a lot of bad things about me.
Well, there was also, you said, too, that you were close when you were younger. You guys had a real relationship. He didn't just walk in and all of a sudden, like, hey, she's going to be president, let me capitalize on it. Like, you guys actually had a warm relationship.
Yeah, I've known them for a long time.
You grew up with kind of around the family?
I grew up, yeah. I mean, I played hockey at track, and then I started dating Bristol, when she was, mayor. So, I mean, I knew him for a long time.
And how was your relationship with her dad?
We rode snow machines every once in a while, and, but, he didn't talk much, and come and find out he didn't like me very much either. So
maybe because you were with his daughter. I mean,
that makes sense, right?
At what point did you feel the relationship change a little bit?
It definitely started going downhill once they lost the, she lost the vice president nominee. But
how hard is it to have? Like, they told you say nothing. When you said that too when you got there to the Republican convention. They say nothing, don't talk. You have all publicists and press agents and all these people just speaking and thinking and dressing you.
Well, that was kind of easy for me. I didn't want to talk to any of them anyway.
Oh, you didn't?
I mean, I was nervous. I mean, they just said smile, wave. When you get there, you cut your hair, you're gonna do spray tan, you get your nails done. I said, no, we're not.
They want you to get a spray tan?
Spray tan. No, that didn't happen. I didn't do the nails, but I did get the haircut.
Manicure.
I put on the Armani suits, and I went out there and smiled and waved, and I was there for Bristol, but I don't think I wanted to talk to any of them anyway.
Yeah, you don't seem like a manicure. I could see putting a nice suit on, but you don't seem like a fucking manicure spray tan guy.
I've done the spray tan for Playgirl, but that was the last time I think I'll do it.
The pictures I saw, simply for research. Well, I have to fucking clarify.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't want it to look like they're on my wall. You had good cheeks, by the way, but they were black and white. Were they just maybe the copies I saw?
Probably just the copies you saw. There's colored ones.
Did the magazine sell well?
Actually, I don't know.
It's weird too, and you acknowledge this again. I love the fact that you acknowledge this, that the majority of people who read Playgirl are men, and you're like, oh, I don't care.
No, it works for me. I mean, they're all people to me, and they're all, whether they like, guys or women. It's I'm totally fine.
You didn't care if there was a bunch of guys looking as long as they paid. That's fair enough.
Good way to put it.
I mean, they're not looking at him in the face. Like, he doesn't have to watch them looking at him.
That would be, in person, would probably be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, even 50,000 is like, maybe a little more than that.
Yeah, a little bit more than that. Maybe for one guy. All right. This was, to me, an amazing line. And I think, first of all, because I like John McCain. He seems like an honest fucking, he's a vet. There's things about him I liked. But his age was a concern, because he's an older guy. And you talking to her, and you said, exactly what does the vice president do? Did she really smile at you and say, take over when the president dies?
Something like that, yes. I mean, wow. she said it, whether it was a joke or not, but there was definitely something that was said.
So she was very aware of the fact that she was, as they said, was one heartbeat away from. I don't know what she was thinking, but. At the time she told me that, I bet she wouldn't think I was going to put it in a book. But yeah, you probably don't say something like you probably don't say something like that and say, make sure you get that quote correct.
Yeah,
make sure you get that good.
Don't paraphrase.
Yeah, I wanted to. It's what you do. You take over when he dies. Did you like McCain?
I did. I only met him for a brief second, but he's a good guy. He seemed, I respect him a lot.
Yeah, you said he took your hand and he looked at your hand and he said that you had fucking like rough like working man hands.
Yeah, that's working man there. Yeah, thanks.
And you do. I shook your hand when you came in. He's like one of those. Levi's one of those guys with fucking like rock hands.
Yeah.
Like certain people just have like those fucking granite hands. You must throw a big punch. I'm not saying I'd like you to do that. I'm just saying you must pack a good punch.
What did you think? Didn't Bristol just come out and say you like stole her virginity?
Yeah, that was one of the new things in her book.
Yeah,
and that's hard for anybody to to even respond to. That's a horrifying thing to say. We dated for many years, and we had a child together. So for someone to come out and say that after everything we've been through, it's just flat out lies and disgusting.
Do you think that's coming from her, or do you think that's coming from the family who's trying to kind of wreck you?
A little of both. Bristol, I used to knew. I mean, we were in love. I mean, that would have never came out of her mouth. I mean, it's just this lie. So whether they're trying to get me in trouble or hurt me or whatever, I mean, that's clearly what they're trying to do.
Yeah, and there's no way to argue it. Like, okay, they say we have X amount of time left.
Yes.
Shit. Oh my God, it's 9:25. Okay. Yeah. I have to ask you a couple of questions because you hung out with Kathy Griffin. Did you bang Kathy Griffin?
No, I didn't. No,
okay.
But she's great, and I mean, she's never a dull moment with her, and I love her.
She is very funny. I like her a lot. Okay, we talked about that. We talked about almost everything. Okay, cool. Oh, was there any indication? Like the whole Glenn Rice thing just came out about Sarah Palin that she had
some kind of relationship.
Allegedly, they say she slept with him.
Yeah, yeah.
And that, I guess that never came up.
You
never came home and found like menthol cigarettes and fungus laying around the house.
No, I didn't. No.
Okay, but there was no indication that she had any kind of a hookup with athletes.
Not that I've seen. No.
All right, and we feel bad kind of because we talked to it. It sounds like we're really trying to. Just attack Sarah Palin, but that is what the book is. You have firsthand knowledge, and you said
because she attacked him
brutally.
So this is more like him saying, "Well, look, not only is this not true, but this is what is true."
Yeah, that's a fair point. And you said at one point, girls think that she had like a cougar thing for you, and that was coming from girls you knew.
Yeah, that was coming from not only girls, but a lot, some of my guy friends too. That was definitely an issue that everybody kept bringing up, but I never seen it till No, I mean, I still don't really believe it, but I mean, it's, what a lot of people have told me.
That she kind of wanted to.
Maybe I don't know. Kind of gross, but.
Really? Hey, I guess so. If your girlfriend's mom, I mean, from my point of view, like, I'd probably do it just for the credit, just to go on Twitter. All right, the book is called Deer in the Headlights, and you're very forthcoming in the book. You're very honest in the book, and I love the stuff you said. Whether you like or don't like Sarah Palin, I mean, this is coming from somebody who has intimate knowledge of her and is saying exactly what he wants to say. It's called My Life in Sarah Palin's Crosshairs. And the 29th, there's a signing at Barnes & Noble in Alaska, Anchorage.
Anchorage.
And, I'm sure that will be promoted there. And thanks for coming in, man. And I really, honestly loved your book.
Thank you.
All right?
We'll go to break.
Oh, Mimi Beardsley, could you eat my ass? Mimi Beardsley, haven't you done this before? Mimi Beardsley, worst name ever. Mimi Beardsley, Mimi Beardsley. Oh, Mimi Beardsley. Oh, my dick smells like Mimi Beardsley. Could you eat my ass? Mimi Beardsley, worst name ever. Mimi Beardsley, Mimi Beardsley. Are you fucking any Negroes? Oh, do you have any friends who'll eat my ass? Have some bootleg alcohol. Oh, you're a virgin, aren't you? Smell these poppers. Her name is horrible. It's a real cock softener. Why don't you take care of my baby brother? Oh, look, his cock went back into the left. Back into the left. His cock went back into the left. Back into the left. Oh, Mimi Beardsley, could you eat my ass? Mimi Beardsley, haven't you done this before? Mimi Beardsley, worst name ever. Mimi Beardsley, Mimi Beardsley. Oh, Mimi Beardsley. Oh, my dick smells like Mimi Beardsley. Could you eat my ass? Mimi Beardsley, worst name ever. Mimi Beardsley, Mimi Beardsley.
went back into the left. Back into the left. His cock went back into the left. Back into the left. His cock went back into the left. Back into the left. His cock went back into the left. Back into the left. Oh, Mimi Beardsley, could you eat my ass, Mimi Beardsley? Haven't you done this before, Mimi Beardsley? Worst name ever, Mimi Beardsley. Mimi Beardsley. Oh, Mimi Beardsley. Oh, my dick smells like Mimi Beardsley. Could you eat my ass, Mimi Beardsley? Worst name ever, Mimi Beardsley. Mimi Beardsley. Oh, Mimi Beardsley. Oh, Mimi Beardsley. Oh, Mimi Beardsley.